56.79 million hours, 1.45 million viewers. That's how much content students and professors made across 6 days at Streamer University. One of these professors in particular, some of you may know him as Ludwig Argan, Lud, or simply as B 汉堡。
中文讲得很好嘞
啊，我是B 汉堡，
什么？
我名字是 B 汉堡。
But without a doubt, during these 6 days, the world got to know the name
Professor L.
This year, Professor L became the biggest professor of the 2026 Streamer University cohort, giving priceless streaming advice to help streamers grow their IRL brands. But there's a problem. As you can see, I'm a VTuber. I'm virtual and the furthest thing away from being IRL. So Professor L's classes are completely useless to VTubers? Not exactly. I actually found out on stream, quite a lot of his lectures actually fit really well in VTubing.
Twitch is not going to help you grow as a creator. You are basically cashing in on the audience you currently have. When we get back, I'm going to tell you this is my ideal schedule. This is what I try to do day to day, at least when I go live.
Oh my god, I'm learning so much. Well,
to be in the top 1%, all you need is...
So watch and learn alongside me as I learn from a top 100 streamer and deconstruct his lessons and see what things I can learn to up my VTubing game. And maybe you could also learn a thing or two as well. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out next week where I break down the other classes. Enjoy the video.
Yo, welcome to my course today. It's called How to Get Lucky. I realize this has a bit of a sexual innuendo. It is not sexual, but I truly believe to be a successful streamer, you need to get lucky. I think every streamer has had a moment they can refer to where they got lucky, but it's about capitalizing on that luck, being prepared for when that luck strikes, all right?
And putting yourself in a position where we can get lucky too. That's also very important.
Here it is. This is my first question I had for y'all. Did anyone have a thought on it? Please. If you believe you'll be successful, you become successful.
Hell no! Another thing that I would probably say is probably habits. If you build good habits and you have days where you don't feel like doing the thing you want to do, this goes for everything, by the way. If you feel like you don't want to do something, but you've built a habit, I've felt the same thing with gymming, with getting fit. If you build the habit every single day, or at least for 2-3 weeks, you build a habit which helps you to get through the tough days. Like it really lowers like the hurdle to actually start doing things. So that's why, even though for streaming, I know I don't really stream that much compared to a lot of people. I totally understand that. But at least I'm still doing it because I know when it comes next year, when I want to debut, it means that it's going to be a lot less harder for me to press the start streaming button. And it's just building that habit.
It is absolutely true that belief alone is not enough. All right, what you need is belief, but you also need all those other factors. The most important thing I want you to take away from this class is that you need to be delusional.
Valid.
Are already amazing at this. All right, you were all delusional enough to have applied to Streamer U and thought that you would get picked to get in.
Yes.
You're all delusional enough to be hitting the go live button, which is in it of itself an act of ego, right? People should be watching me, not other people.
Whoa,
so you're a little delusional in that
Is
sense.
my way?
It is
No,
a
it's
perfect thing. If
internet.
you're going to be a successful streamer, you have to be delusional. It's not a teachable skill. That is a skill that you either have intrinsically, maybe confidence you grew up with. So congratulations, you all have that. And I have some more
Be
congratulations.
Delulu.
I got some good news for you all today.
Delulu is a salulu.
Nope, it's not 10,000, all right? The class is called How to Get Lucky. A little background for y'all on who I am. I am Professor L, all right?
Oh my god.
Top 50 Super Smash Brothers player. I'm a Red Bull athlete, 6th most sub streamer all time, engaged to a bad bitch, fluent in Chinese.
Fluent in Chinese.
And I'm 31 years old. I got great news for you all. These are important facts. Keep in mind. 92% of streamers do not go live a second time. That's real sad. 92% of people will go live once and they will never go live again.
Damn.
To be in the top 1%. To be in the top 1%, all you need is 20 viewers.
Huh? Wait, only 20?
That is the top 1%.
Wait. Only 20? No. We're checking. What are the Twitch stats? Okay, wait, hold up. Don't dox me. Ego searching. We're ego searching. Alright, what do we got? Is it Twitch tracker? Yes, it's this one. Okay. I'm 100,000, just under 20k. Top 3.17%. Goddamn. Okay, not bad. I'll take that. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Bet. 3%. We be top 2% soon. We be top 2% soon. I believe. That's why you gotta be Delulu. You gotta be Delulu.
Check under your chairs, everyone. Everybody check under your chairs right now. All right, okay, everyone's got, who got a star?
Me! I got a star!
All right.
I have a star.
Do me a favor, what color star you got?
Oh.
Does anyone have a gold star? Anyone have a gold star? Wait, let me see.
Gold star.
Oh, we got our gold star!
Yes, sir.
Let me explain what the stars mean, everyone. Let me explain what the stars mean. What was your name again, please? Malik. You win our gold star. Are you live right now?
I am.
Guess what you win for the gold star?
Do I get to your game?
I will be rating you today. Wow.
Damn. Okay.
Now, guys, what did Malik do to earn that gold star?
Got lucky!
Got lucky.
Honestly, I think this exercise is actually really good for teaching, for literally getting the point of what he's about to talk about. I feel like his structure as well, and the way his... Okay, one other thing that like I really notice about Ludwig is that it's the way he communicates. It's like slow, it's commanding, it's confident, but it's also wording things in a way that's not confusing and it's easy to relate. One thing, you know, I will say one thing, I have watched a couple of these clips and I have realized that he has really good interpersonal skills. Like really good interpersonal. He knows when to use stories to the main thing in my opinion when it comes to streaming, when it comes to content creation is how good are you at telling stories? If you're good at telling stories, dude, you can go so far. So far. And I think what Ludwig will touch on afterwards is it really attests to like how to build a community and all that, which I totally agree with.
All right, you guys, and this is a real stat, you guys are going to leave Streamer U less successful than you came in.
Oh.
To listen to these stats I'm about to tell you, they're very important. Most of you guys are going to fail. Most of you in this room actively are going to fail as streamers.
Not if you're Delulu enough. Not if you're Delulu enough. I'm not gonna fail because I'm Delulu.
I did the math on last year's Streamer 2025 invites. Here's the chart. Now I'm going to break down the chart for you. It's a dumbbell chart. Wow, that's too much for me. These black dots are where they were at before Streamer U 2025. April 2025, that was their average viewership.
Okay.
The red line, okay, that means they went down in viewers. The green line, they went up in viewers. The orange dot is what their viewership is last month.
Brother, who's the one that went down all the way? What the hell? Wait, that's viewership? Oh, viewership change. Okay. Well, no, but if you look at the bottom, it's 1, 2, 5, 10, 20. This is the X is exponential. It's not like linear. About to get a degree, a certificate in this class.
Excitement, I'm about to be a fucking amazing streamer. Now their viewership down in here. Okay? I'll give you the stats more concretely so you can really grasp it. The average viewership of all the streamers who participated in Streamer U 2025 is down 287 viewers. Wow. They have lost viewers year over year. Wow.
Is this what it's like to stream in the US time zone? You just get so many more viewers if you're just a streamer. What the?
Obviously that's outweighed by people with larger streams, okay? They have much more of an impact. The median streamer, all right? The median, we know what the median is, right? You slash both ends so you get the person in the middle. All right, the median viewers, all you need to know, has gained 4 viewers before and after Streamer U.
That's insane.
This is you. This is what you will be, all right, next year after all the excitement's over, after all the collabs happen, all right, after your viewership skyrocketed, your followership skyrocketed, you are going to get 4 more viewers.
Imagine streaming 5 to 6 a.m. Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. Australians have the worst time zone. Like, actually, like, if I want to stream in the US time zone, like, good US time zone to stream in is like 4 to 6 a.m. and then 4 to 7 a.m. and then I have to go and then work a 9 to 5 afterwards. Like, brother, holy crap. I ain't doing that. I like my sleep. I like my sleep. If I were to wake up and stream at 4 a.m. tomorrow, I legitimately would have to go to sleep now to get my 8 hours. Like, and it's like 9 p.m. There's no way I'm gonna be going to sleep at 9 p.m. There's no way.
Over half, if you got a white star, that is you. Over half of the streamers have gained single-digit viewers or lost viewers year over year.
Wow.
Okay, why do we think that is? Streamer U's supposed to be the trip of a lifetime. You're supposed to have made it.
They didn't capitalize.
You're in the big leagues. Marlon, why not?
I do think when you come here, everybody's gonna spike. Big streamers, small streamers. When you leave, you gotta make sure you entertain them on your own as well and try to capitalize on it and just grow. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, capitalize. I like that. What else?
Kind of like what he's saying, but you also gotta find ways to maintain the trajectory, because it's like this is going to skyrocket you in one way.
Okay, I like what this guy's saying, but like his saying things are very generic. Like, trajectory, how? What trajectory? Like, what do you do to get that trajectory? Like, it's saying it's saying it in thoughts rather than actions.
Or another, but if you just instantly go back to not changing anything about your content or not implementing things you might have learned or not collabing with people that you met, you just gonna end up right back where you were.
I think ultimately,
I mean, you don't have to collab.
when shit's going great, but we should discipline ourselves in small things and from those progress to things of greater value. This is Marcus Aurelius.
What did he say?
Okay.
We should discipline ourselves in small things and from these progress to things of greater value. How would that work in a VTubing context? We should discipline ourselves. Okay, so we need to make habits of the small things, and then we can work on the larger things. Very nice. I understand that.
This is an activity. I want you guys to all be doing this right now. This was your homework. If you did it,
I've written down my goals before this. Alright, so my goals. Post the cover of a song. Post weekly for 3 months consistently. Finish my live 2D model. Create an immersive world. And a manga. Reach out more often to friends. Be more confident in myself. Be healthy. Go to the gym 3 times a week.
I woke up whenever I woke up. And I sort of did that on repeat, but you probably have recognized, maybe some of you who have started full-time streaming from a regular job, schedule kind of helps.
Yes.
It helps make sure you wake up at similar times, get similar sunlight, you eat correctly, you're working out correctly. And I don't think people think enough about streamer schedules. They just think about, when can I spark? How long can I be live?
You know another thing that I've come to realize about streaming, for doing this for like a year and a bit, is that there are 2 types of people in streaming and in VTubing in general. There's like what Ludwig said, the type of people that sort of just have what time can I stream, when can I stream, and then they'll be like, oh, I don't know what to do for stream, right? But then there's other people who sort of treat it more like a business, and they're very intentional in the way they stream. And I feel like I'd say probably 95% of VTubers fall into the first category, where they sort of just don't know what they're doing. They're sort of just, oh, let's boot up a game. They just play through the game, and that's the whole stream, right? But if you ever watched a Ludwig video, you will know that in every single one of his videos, he has a story. There's always a story, a narrative of something that leads the viewer to be engaged in and care about what the video is about. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what like niche it is. Like, it doesn't matter that Ludwig's a gamer. It doesn't matter that like I'm a VTuber, right? Sure, there's limitations as in like physical things that I can make, but there's also limitations from a physical standpoint. If I was in Ludwig's shoes, there's no way I could do like comics. Like, it just wouldn't land the same, right? It's like telling stories just wouldn't land the same. Because you don't have the artistic medium that VTubers have. I think that's one of the advantages of VTubing, is that you have that access to the artistic medium rather than a physical medium. You just have to think about and explore in your own sort of way. And I think that's sort of my feeling as to where VTubing should be going in the future and where it could go in the future. There's just not enough people doing the things that Ludwig is doing, but from a VTubing standpoint or from a faceless standpoint, right?
And I think a lot of you right now, who's doing 24/7 here? Okay. Now this is fine. Look, it's Streamer U. It's a rare event. You're capitalizing on it. Okay. But let's get a good schedule when we get back. I'm gonna tell you this is my ideal schedule. This is what I try to do day to day, at least when I go live. I wake up 9:30. The first thing I do, first 4 hours of my day, it's meetings. I do some podcasts. I eat right. I do like at least 5K steps.
1 a.m.
My day off. Okay.
Holy.
Next up, 1 p.m. This is probably one of the most important parts of my day. It's me time. I'm looking at people's streams. I'm ideating what I'm going to do on stream that day. That's it. I got nothing else on the plate. It's eat, ideate. I watch Twitch, that's it. 4 p.m., usually about when I go live. I don't go live for more than 4 to 6 hours. And we're gonna talk about that in a little bit why that's I think a good amount of time for you guys to go live for. But I'll do whatever segments I had come up with in my ideation process, and then decompress, hang out with my fiance, eat dinner, chill, and then I try to hit a similar bedtime every day. This is gonna be another homework assignment for y'all. This one, you guys don't need to show to me, but I want you to create an ideal schedule for yourselves for when you guys get back from Streamer U. What is the life you want to lead? Okay, write it down for yourself. You can make your life really easy if you just follow the
Oh my god, I'm learning so much. Well, I'm learning a lot of things that I would say I've been taking notes. Yeah. Reaffirming a lot of things that I already know. Yeah, it's nice to be able to like have validation for these sort of things, because a lot of the times when you're VTubing and when you're streaming, right, it's very like you're like putting your hand in front of like a bush, like you're going into like a forest and it's like all tall grass, you don't know where the fuck you're going, you're like feeling around everything. It's very much so like this. If it works, it sticks. If it doesn't, then I guess you just gotta turn back and go back the way you came. This is I've watched a couple clips and it's been so helpful. It's been so helpful.
Yourself. Another important thing, take days off. I think a lot of you guys don't want to take days off. I think a lot of you guys feel this pull to keep going. You are human. You are fallible. Give yourself the best opportunity to succeed in 5 years. People underestimate what they can do in 5 years. They overestimate what they can do in 1 year, okay? So if you give yourself a little rest, you'll be a lot more successful in the long term. Are you trying to be a streamer for a year and burn out and then be like, oh, I can't deal with content creation? Or are you trying to do it, I'm on year 8, okay? And you never seen a tweet out of me going, oh man, I'm so fucking tired doing this. Because I take time off. I go to Dodgers games, I hang out with my fiance, I do whatever. But I think time off is important.
Dude, I can't stress this enough. Like, actually, I've seen so many VTubers, they're just on 24/7. Or they're streaming 24/7. They're like, oh, my mental is bad. Oh, this and this and this. I'm like, yeah, because you don't go out. you don't. I feel like you definitely need some sort of friendship group outside of streaming. I'm lucky enough that I have that. I'm so lucky I have that sort of other group and other friends that are so down to do things outside of the streaming. But yeah, no, I have also realized that my limit to not seeing friends is around 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, my mental goes through a big downturn, a pretty big downturn, and it does affect you, because then you're setting yourself back like a few days, because then you're just in your bed, you're like, oh, this sucks. Oh, everything sucks. Oh, I don't want to get up from bed. Oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. And then it puts your plans behind. It puts your plans that you had, that you're so excited for, in the back burner, and it's really not what you want to be doing.
That shit actually matters. It will help you in the long run. It will also help you be a more well-rounded individual. People who stream every day, they become rotted individuals.
Yes.
I think experiencing life makes you a better streamer, makes you a more well-rounded person.
Dude, another thing that this guy was saying as well, like, it makes, like, just experiencing IRL stuff, it makes you so much more well-rounded individual, is so true. One of the best conversations I ever have are not from the people, or with VTubers even, and not from the people who constantly stream, but they're from the people who have lived interesting lives beforehand, who've experienced a lot of things beforehand, before coming into this medium. Yeah, before coming into streaming, before coming to this medium, before doing this creative journey and go on this creative journey that they've been on. My opinion is that every VTuber should have the prerequisite of at least doing a retail job at least once. Retail or something hospitality front-facing customer service job, because if you don't build those sort of skills, you don't have that network, you don't have that skills and practice, it translates so well. If you ever do sales, hospitality, retail, any of those, even if it's just for like a couple of days, weeks, you're gonna notice so many differences. Interpersonal skills in this sort of job is definitely a must-have. #1 skill in my opinion.
Who's your goat?
Ooh.
There's another homework assignment. I need you guys to be writing down who your streaming goats are. Now for this specifically, all right, it is important for you to study what you are passionate about, okay? You cannot be a streamer if you do not watch streams. It just doesn't work. You don't actually care about the medium. Maybe you just like the idea of being big.
I think I need to watch more streams. I can't lie. I'm guilty of this. Yo, do you guys want to know my goats? I've written this down as well. Okay, so I have 3 people, all right? The 3 people that stick out to me in VTubing, it really depends on what. Until like last year, I actually didn't know many indie VTubers apart from like, I've heard of Iron Mouse, but like I never I really watched only corpos before that, so I didn't know anyone in the indie sphere of things. And my first really person that I not VTuber that I really vibed with, a content creator, and the way she does things as well. My #1 spot goes to Giga, because I would say she is very authentic. I would say she's very authentic in her streams, in the way she talks is very elegant. She just makes a lot of sense and very mature. Second, I would say are my goats, right? They aren't. Well, one of them. Well, one of them is a VTuber. The other one isn't a VTuber, but VTuber adjacent is the people where I look up to because of the way the thing that I'm trying to improve right now is my storytelling, and the way these 2 people tell their stories are just so natural, and just so engaging and charismatic in their own way. And these 2 people are Jaden Animations, or Kairi Crocodile if you want to go there, or Premier Pete. So Premier Pete is I love Premier Pete. Man, here's another like one of those people where like I would be so happy to even have a single conversation with, because this guy, man, he's just got so many good stories. He's just so mature. He's got so much knowledge. You could tell he's lived, and I feel like that he has grown from the way he tells his stories, and the way he tells his stories as well. He just has a massive bank of stories, and it's just so interesting. He is an awesome person. If I ever meet him one day, I want to talk to him. Big fan of this guy. As well as Jaden Animations, also very awesome. I love the way she does her storytelling as well. You know, it's just something. The thing about her storytelling is like she's able to turn anything into a story. Anything into a story. The smallest thing, it's like a trip that she went down in the afternoon buying groceries, something that she realized, and then maybe she exaggerated some things, but like the thing is, right, we as people who consume these videos, we don't know if they've made up shit. We hear the story as it is, and I feel like that's actually okay sometimes. We can exaggerate some things as well. So that after a friend of mine told me, that's like, oh, you should do it. You should do the storytelling and all that. I'm like, yeah, no, you're right. I should. And like, even if you exaggerate things, it's fine, because who's gonna know anyways? Like, you're the one who's writing it. You're the one who's telling the story, right? And like the thing is, right, not everyone's like lives are gonna be exciting, but the way you frame things can turn that mundaneness and being able to notice things as well can turn that mundaneness into excitement, and it can turn it into a good story, right? So these three are my goats. We got Giga for authenticity, Jaden Animations, and Premier Pete for their storytelling.
All right, homework. Guys, back to it, your homework. All right, there's 3 things. I'm only checking for 2. First one, I need your goals, at least 3 for the end of the year. I need you to think about the schedule. I don't need to see what your schedule is, but start thinking of an ideal schedule. And then finally, write down your 3 goats and why they are your goats, what you admire about them. And I want to just actually take a few right now. Does anyone have some goals that share with the class?
Goals need to be tangible. Have you guys heard of the goal structure? I don't remember what it's called. It's like START or something. START or something like that. But you need to have a time. What is it? You need to have a time frame. Things that are very actionable. Whatever Ludwig just said. Actionable. Has to be actioned. There's a timeline you have to do it by. Very specific things. And if you make it, the more specific that it is, the more you can be like, oh. The more you can be like, oh, I've done this, and you check it off. And it's really easy. And it can't be too long in the future. Do you guys know who I think is really good at planning? And who I think is like who really hits the nail on this? I think Fufu does a really good job of this. Like, even just from like the first maybe 2 weeks I've known her, since that massive collab the other day, she's so good at planning. And she has all these other plans that she wants to do and all that. She's telling me about it. And I was like, damn, that's like, she's very, very, very structured, very dedicated in that sort of sense. She ideates a lot. It's real. It's like, it's so refreshing to see. Like, it's also very, you don't see that many VTubers who actually want to like do things and organize things, right?
So, question for you.
Oh my God, this one.
How many hours should you stream a day?
Oh,
All right, love it.
I think I'm in a good spot. Just not every day.
How many hours should you stream?
I think 2 to 4.
Okay, who else?
I think like 4 to 6.
Okay. Anyone else got an answer?
4 to 5.
I would agree with 4 as well.
I reckon.
4 to 6? All right.
4 hours is pretty
I think
good.
you guys in the money spot. 8 to 12 is way too long. You are wasting your time. And this is about efficiency of time, okay?
Bro, who's streaming 8 to 12 hours, bro? Like, what? What are you doing 8 to 12 hours, man? I can't even get through, like, I feel like I struggle so much with like what I want to do on stream. And I was like, today I was like, hey, what if we just stream a university, just finish today? What if we react to that? Because I was gonna play Kingdom Hearts again, and I was just like it would be fun if we do Kingdom Hearts, but then also like I'm only gonna be playing for like 2 hours or something, right? And then maybe we'll switch over, right? He was talking about segments later on in this video, or another video, and I was like, oh, I never really thought about that. I thought about it that way.
You can stream 12 hours, you'll make more money, you'll get more subs, you'll get more followers,
Efficiency.
whatever. But the efficiency of your time just isn't there. Because Twitch is not gonna help you grow as a creator. You are basically cashing in on the audience you currently have. This is a 6-hour stream of mine.
God damn.
All right, this is from June 11th. This is one of my best streams ever. I'm gonna ask you guys
60 subs. Holy fuck.
You can take a look at, I have all the metrics out.
Numbers are crazy.
Analytics,
Holy
my
crap.
Twitch analytics.
Because of the watch time?
Because of the watch time, okay, what you got?
I think you're just very consistent.
Consistency, all right.
Wait, what was the question?
I mean, your title says Game with Friends. Maybe it was a big collaborative event, so it drew a lot of viewers to your channel.
Okay, what you got?
Was the question like why it's his most successful stream? I feel like with those stats, hold on, what are the stats again? What are the stats? He's got six hours of stream. He's got 7K average viewers, 11K max viewers. I feel like the reason why it's good is because he's got very dense in terms of his viewership and his duration. So like the ratio between like average viewers and how long he streams for is very high. Probably engagement, I would say. Yeah, engagement.
Streams ever. You can take a look at, I have all the metrics out for you. This is my YouTube analytics.
And like that's what you want in a streamer, right? You want your chat to be engaged.
I think you should be consistent.
Consistency, all right?
I mean, your title says Game with Friends. Maybe it was a big collaborative event, so it drew a lot of viewers to your channel.
Okay. What you got?
I don't know, maybe you got some good clips or something.
With someone?
Okay. You
Collaborative event? I don't know.
You made, wait, you upped your average viewers?
Yeah, by 100. It's marginal. All right. Just real quick, by show of hands, who self-describes himself as a clip farmer? AKA, who goes live? Who can get a bunch of clips? You can throw them on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and they do very well, but maybe on stream you're used to getting like 100, 200 viewers, a smaller number than the amount of views your clips get. Does that sound familiar to anyone? Is anyone really thriving on clips, but it's not, transferring to long form? Okay? All right?
You know what's
What you guys are really good at is streaming.
You know what's interesting is that there's so many streamers in that room, and all of them have like 100+ viewers consistently, and then I'm just like, wow, 100 viewers is like nothing. You know what I mean? It's actually like in the grand scheme of things, it's actually nothing. And it's like I'm just also thinking about like there's so many people that you don't know who probably stream and they probably get 100 viewers, but then you don't know any of the viewers and there's no overlap. And now you're like, wow, there's actually quite a lot of people who just watch random people that you don't know. There's a lot of potential in VTubing for a indie VTuber to pop off. Someone like Chibidoki, right?
Oh, that's the clip that I'll post later, and then gone through the rest of your stream. I am old school. They did not have clips. Okay, they deadass didn't even have short form. So what I did is I streamed for the YouTube video. I would create a segment in my stream. The entire stream would be me recording the YouTube video live. Okay? For example, I have the rarest Pokemon box. Today I'm going to open it up. We're going to see what's inside. Very clear expectation of the context of what's going to be happening in the stream. Later on, I'll have an editor edit that. Think of your streams as recording sessions. So what's the ideal amount of time to stream? I would say, how many segments can you get out of the stream? You're probably not going to get 8 to 12 hours of segments. I cap out at around 4. So why is this my best stream? These are all the segments that I got out of it. Real quick, this is the revenue. This is going to be for later. This is the revenue the stream made. It made $5,500. Okay, just keep that in mind. That's not a flex. Just keep that in mind. This is the content that I got out of it.
Damn.
Okay. So we had 3 VODs.
Oh shit! Holy crap! And this is just him reacting to stuff, and then him playing Mecha Chameleon. Right. Damn. Okay.
178K, 140K. I got 3 edited videos, 320K, $1 million, 330K. I got a couple shorts at $500,000 and $1 million. Okay. All right. That's all from one stream.
That's valid.
One 6-hour stream. I got all of that. Okay. That's the $5,500. That's how much the stream made. If I streamed double, I might have made $7K. This is how much all that content made.
Damn.
All that content made $25,000. That is separate from the stream's revenue, by the way. 30 bands from one stream. 30 bands from one stream, 5/6 of which is from the stuff that comes out of the stream afterwards. This is called the content funnel. This is why being a streamer is so valuable. Because when you stream, you can turn that stream into a YouTube video. You can have a thriving VOD channel. You can get amazing clips that are driving people to different sites. Maybe you're long form, maybe you're short form, whatever.
So question there. When it comes to like playing this, because I've tried and played with this a little bit myself. I kind of wonder, do you ever like?
Can you close the door on him?
Have you ever tried, or do you still like kind of make scripts in a way, like before, like say you have something that you want to really make sure that you talk about or you say? Have you ever like been like, okay, this is what for this segment I have?
That's a good question.
Are you talking about for long form?
Yeah, for the long form. Like when you're like, okay, I know that I want to make sure that I talk about this in my long form.
So I think ultimately the question here is, do you have scripts for your segments? No, I just have rough segments that I know are going to happen. So this stream,
Right.
I set up a mentioned Chameleon Lobby that I was going to do with some friends that I knew would hit because I knew the group was really good because Northern Lion was in it and he's electric, okay? I had planned to watch the CoffeeZilla video because the Lego scandal it's like a big drama.
Yeah.
It's a hot topic. A lot of people want to hear about it. And CoffeeZilla is like the investigative guy. And I've been doing this challenge called the God Gamer Gauntlet. And that one was a little more freeform, but it's a structured stream that I have set up that people are familiar with. And so I knew I was going to do all 3 of these concepts going in, okay? And that was my game plan.
Right.
I'm not as good of a clip farmer as other people, so I just have an editor, and I say, find it. Find the diamonds for me, because I'm not good at it. A lot of you guys are really good at this part.
I'm pretty bad.
If you're good at this part, how do I get better long form? This is all you're working on now. This is all we're focused on now. You know how to get the clip. Why do we have to worry about it? You already know how to do it. So let's improve the other part of our game. Okay, I used to be dog shit at recording offline videos, which is weird. I would think, live streaming, I'd be good at it. I made another channel that was only offline recordings just to work on that skill.
Oh.
Now I'm electric at it. I feel great about it. You're good at getting clips?
Yeah.
So let's get good at this. This is what you're working on now. Long form. So we're thinking about segments on stream that would turn into good YouTube videos. You have to study that game. You have to study people who do it. You have to do things that are authentic to yourself. But this is a content funnel. In your live streams, you should not just be getting clips. You should not just be getting long form videos. You should be getting everything.
Write this down.
Everything in one. Good question. I think what it requires is a little love after the stream. So the stream is hard because you're live. You can't always contextualize things. You don't always know what the moment is that needs repackaging later on. VO will help you get the feel of the live stream feeling like an offline recording.
Yes.
That's the value of VO. Because you can basically carry through boring moments to moments that are more exciting. You can do a new intro now that you have the knowledge of what happened.
Right.
Okay, so I think it comes down to voiceover and giving your editors more ammo to make a better product.
That's actually, surprisingly enough, one of what I did the other day with my editor. I was like, how do I script this video to make it so it sort of flows into a story? Yeah, no, I experienced this firsthand.
Any other questions on the content funnel? A lot of you guys chit-chat back there for how bad you are at YouTube. I've seen it. Okay? A lot of chit-chat for how bad you are at YouTube.
You're right.
I'm just saying, sometimes it is really easy to just focus on the thing you are good at. Let's improve the thing we are bad at. Some of you here don't even have YouTube channels, by the way. I looked through all of your
What?
channels.
That's criminal.
Don't even have YouTube channels, or we haven't uploaded in 4 months. That is not acceptable.
Uh-oh. Guilty.
Here's the deal, guys. You are not just competing against other small streamers. You are competing against every streamer. You need to be better than the biggest streamers to be getting the attention of viewers. All right? I have good news for you. Most streamers are absolute dog shit.
Valid.
Most streamers
Facts.
are absolute dog shit legacy streamers who boot up a game and just kind of coast, and they're multi-millionaires, and they're not providing new things.
That's what I'm saying. That's like most VTubers, bro.
Stuff you're not good at, you can replace some of them, okay? But it's not negotiable. You have to be doing.
Get out of the rat race,
long-form
boys.
videos. You
We
have
need to get out of the rat race.
And you can do it slow. I know it's expensive. It's hard to get all the editors for it, whatever. You can do it slow.
Yep.
But make it something you are actively working on. Okay, I want to leave you guys with a quote here. This is from Abe Lincoln. 6 hours to cut a tree, and I'll spend 4 sharpening the axe. The connection here is we're spending 4 hours figuring out what we're going to do on the stream, so then our stream can be the most successful stream it can be, right? We don't spend 6 hours just going live because you had 6 hours available.
Yes.
It would be genuinely more valuable if you had 8 hours to go live to spend 4 hours figuring out what you're going to do and then 4 hours doing it than just being live for 8 hours.
Yes.
Some of you guys stream too much. We got to be streaming less. And it doesn't mean we're taking the time off. It means we're actively taking that time to be thinking about what we're going to do on stream. Okay? And every big streamer does this. Sometimes they have help, which makes it a lot easier for them because they got capital, they got money to do it. If you do not have that, then your time is your capital, and you have to use that time to set up your streams the best you can. That is the end of my class. You guys have any questions for me? Do you have any questions you would like to go over? It can be about anything streamer related. While you have me, we have another 5 minutes here before you got to get out.
Should every stream be turned into a YouTube video?
No.
Should every stream, no? Maybe this stream you thought was gonna be good and it turned out dog shit. You shouldn't make a dog shit YouTube video. Or maybe you had to do some commitment for a sponsor. You don't wanna make that a video. I'm doing a Twitch Rivals event. God knows I'm not making that into a YouTube video. I'm playing Valorant for 7 hours.
Hell no.
The light of day will never see that, but I will still do it. It just won't be a YouTube video. Agent, what you got?
What's the split on like how you spend your time on a day-to-day?
I can go back to my schedule, but this is pretty honest. This is pretty honest to what I do almost every day, Monday through Friday. I mean, weekends are more variable because I got events or whatever, I'm going out, but...
Yep.
How about on days you're not streaming?
On days I'm not streaming, I don't know, I'm just fucking big chilling. I think I'm streaming probably 6 days a week, maybe like 2 to 4 hours, really. Like I'm not doing long streams. Okay, I stream maybe 3 to 5 is more accurate, but like I think I've streamed 90 hours in the last month.
90 hours is actually that's actually not that much. I think I was hitting 90 hours when I was streaming 4 hours, like 4 times a week, something like that. I think that's around 90 hours. So it's actually not too big of a commitment. That's actually not too bad, because then you get what, 3 days off. You're doing other stuff for 3 days. Yeah, it's not too bad actually. 4 days. Maybe leading up to my debut next year, we'll go back to 4 days a week. Because I remember when I first started streaming, it was I was doing so many hours.